Hello family, greetings to you all and welcome back to the channel. It's your brother Chief Lamashawiyapalsewulana, also known as Prince Ayoko, sending my peaceful and warmly greetings to you all wherever you are. How are you doing and how is your day going? And how is our families at your side doing? Alright, so family, in today's video, I'm going to share with you about how my carpenter, that is Master Simon. Master Simon is Christopher's brother. To those who has been following my channel, watching my videos about this particular building project, that is Queen's Guest House building project, from day one up to date, you can remember Christopher. He's also a carpenter, but he traveled, so his brother has come over to take care of his job. So Master Simon is here with his apprentices, working on the wooden frames that they're gonna make on the top. They are creating on the top, that is on top of the cistern. You know, on top of the cistern there is a sitting place. There's a lounge on top of the cistern, and on top of the lounge there is a one-bedroom apartment. So Master Simon and his apprentices are here working on putting on the wooden frames before the steel bender will come over, you know, install the irons, that is the iron rods or the rebars, and then when he finished, then we'll cast in place concrete for the decking. So that is what we are doing today. So these spaces that you see here is the beam. That will be the portions of the beam. So all of these places will be installed with irons, and on top of the plywoods, that is on top here, that is where the iron mat to the decking, the concrete will be. So the iron mat will be on top of these plywoods and the beams will be on the spaces. So the iron rods that I'm gonna use will be iron 16. So I'm using iron 16 for the beams, and then iron 12, that is 16 mm for the beams, and then 12 mm iron rods for the iron mat. And I'm gonna make it double iron mat. It's gonna be double iron mat. So I want it to be strong, because when we finish this particular project, I will install poly tanks here, that is for water storage. So these poly tanks will serve water to the guest rooms, and because it will be sitting high, I wouldn't have to get a water pump for it again, for the poly tanks again. So that is exactly what we are doing. And this top here can also be a rooftop for people to sit, but I wouldn't do it that way. It's just something that I plan to do, but I'm not doing it that way, because when you stand on top here, or when you sit on top here, you can be able to view the whole community, including other communities. As you can see, when you are on top here, you can be able to have a view of all the other communities that is closer to our community, that is our neighboring communities, and it looks so good. It looks so good. So that is what we are doing here, just busy working and sharing ideas. So I'm just gonna keep you updated so that you can learn more. One thing that I've been telling my workers, especially Master Simon, I've been telling them to work on the safety precautions. I've been telling them to get safety gears for this job. So Master Simon, please work on the safety.
Yeah, okay.
Please. Yeah. I want Master Simon to accept my advice. Master Simon.
Okay, we here.
Okay, so please work on the safety.
We here.
Okay, because you are doing a very professional job, so you have to add the safety to it. So whoever has a concrete decking, he can call Master Simon, or whoever has a building project can call Master Simon to come over and do the carpentry work on his building project. And he's also good in making furniture. So one thing I like about him is that when he is doing, he always uses the level, he uses his square, and then he uses his measurement tape. He's just professional. So that is what we are doing. We are just busily working, you know, installing the woods for the concrete decking. So this will be on top of the one-bedroom apartment. So I'm gonna take you down for you to see how the whole thing look. Keep watching, and please don't forget to share and subscribe if you are new on this channel. So there will be a whole lot of beams here on top, just to make the concrete, the foundation, just to make the decking strong. So when we finish, the decking is going to be very, very strong. You know, remember from the beginning, that's how we've been doing it. Everything that we do, we make sure that it is solid, very, very solid. Right from the beginning up to date, that's how we've been doing it. We just make sure that everything that we do is solid and strong and nice as well. So they measure, and some people are down, some of their apprentices are down cutting the wood for them to work on top, and they themselves are cutting some of the wood on top here, especially the plywood. So it's going to have a projection. The decking is going to have a projection, and this is the projection of it. Master Simon, how would the projection be? Will it be 2 feet, or it's not up to
17 inches?
17 inches.
Yes.
The projection will be 17 inches.
17 inches.
Wow, that would be nice. Yeah. So Master Simon is a very hard worker. Ifu, Elenyora. How will M4? That's how I'll respond. Master Simon is an Ewe man, so he's teaching me Ewe. Yeah. So that's what we are busily doing here. Yeah, so work goes on here at Queen's Guest House, or if you want, you can call it Queen's Guest Palace. Everything is going on here very, very easy. It's simple as ABC, because the whole thing is that, Mother Simon, when you have experience about something and you are doing it, yes. Some people look it to be like serious, and you are looking it to be like you are playing. You are just playing with it, because you know what you're doing. Yes. So what do you think about this structure that we built?
Oh, it's very strong. Very strong.
Yeah, because you started it from day one.
Yes.
Yeah, you did all the carpentry work.
Strong beams, strong pillars, and the strong decking.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the bottom, the foundation, and the bricks?
It's very rich. It's very rich.
When you say rich, what do you mean?
Very rich, very strong.
Okay.
Yes, it's very strong.
Okay. Okay. How many years do you think this building will last?
Oh, it can last more than 30 years.
What, 30 years? Yeah, but 30 years is small.
Because guarantee it will last more than 90 years.
90 years?
It will last up to 90 years.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you think this building can last up to, let's say, like 200 years?
No. It is going 90 years.
90 years?
90 years.
So after 90 years, I have to do renovation? Really?
Yes.
Okay. So Master Simon said that 90 years is when it will be the time that we'll do the renovation.
Yes.
So that means that will be the time of my grandchildren. Because maybe I might vacate this for.
Yeah.
I might leave. Maybe I might take the lead, but I'll still be alive.
Yes.
I'll be crawling and watching my grandchildren doing the renovation,
yes, and
saying that their grandfather has did a very wonderful job. Yes.
That's the world.
Yeah, that's the world, you know. So why do you think it's important for us to be building solid houses, especially when we know that we want these projects to keep long? Why do you think it is important for us to invest into it as builders?
We like to build in rainy season.
Rainy season?
Yes.
But what I mean is that, there are some people, when they are building houses, they don't want to do it. They don't want to build it in such a way that it will last longer. They will just do something that will last like 10 years, like 20 years.
Sure, they work. Sure, they work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's sure they work.
But some people, I think there are some people, they don't have the plan. They have the resources, but they don't have
the plan. Truly, really, they don't have the plan. When you are doing everything, you have to look for the plan first, and the foundation will be rich.
Okay, so this kind of houses that we are building, and houses that people are building without using cement, like just using this natural soil that our ancestors were using.
No,
What
that's
do you
local
think?
building.
So with the local building and this kind of building, which one do you think lasts much longer?
No. It can't compare it to this one.
Really?
It can't compare to this one. The
So with
building will keep long up to just 20 years to collapse.
really?
Every local building 20 years to collapse.
Wow.
Yes.
But there are some of these local buildings, they have been there for over 30 years.
No,
I think
30 years. When you look at the building, you yourself see that the building has collapsed.
okay.
When you even don't have money to renovate it, the building has collapsed.
Okay.
You're only looking at the building, but the building has collapsed.
Okay, so one thing again that I think that I'm going to add into what you were saying, you know, during the olden days, some of our parents and some of our grandparents, they were very spiritual, powerful. So they were having some secrets that they add into these buildings to keep it, you know, longer.
For that long, it keep longer 30 years.
30 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Keep long
Wow.
30 years.
So all of these thatch houses, these houses that is roofed with grasses and so on, what do you think about them?
20 years.
20 years
20
maximum?
20 years.
And is this
Building is collapsing.
Oh really?
You have to rebuild it again.
Wow. But why how can a person be building a house over and over again?
It's a matter of it's the matter of accommodation.
But what I mean is, like, if assuming this house that I built,
Okay.
I don't expect to come back into this house maybe within the next 50 years. I don't expect to do any renovation here,
Yes.
because you know everything that we did
you
here.
use correct materials. You use correct material. The cement will be inside the mortar and the benches, the blocks, and the pillars too. The rods that you use to is very strong rods.
The iron rods.
Cistern.
Uh-huh.
It's good for building.
Okay.
So when you use that type of materials, you get everything will be quality.
Okay.
It will last long for you.
Okay. All right. So family, basically what we are saying is that when you are investing into building, you have to really take your time to plan very well and make a very
very
good investment.
investment.
Don't go and use some kind of fake materials or materials that will not make your building last longer.
Yes.
Else when it has problem, you will be the problem.
Yes.
You have to bear the consequences.
Yes.
And if you are not lucky and the house collapse on you, then that will be your family problem.
And mostly some of the workers too, they don't have the intelligence of the work.
Okay.
So not all that workers that you ask him to do work for you. You must look for the person who knows the work,
Okay.
who knows inside very well.
Okay.
So you talk to the person will give you ideas of the work.
Okay.
So
Master
when you
Simon.
see that kind of person, you do a shoddy work.
Okay. Master Simon, where did you learn this work?
So I learned the work from my father.
Your father?
And after that, I learned it from people.
Okay. So you begin this work at home?
Yes.
Okay. I can remember your father. We were calling him Mba James.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Your father?
Yes, man.
Man.
Yes.
Man. But James was his name.
No.
Right? So Mba James was not your father.
No.
Okay. Man.
Was my father.
So Mba James is
the landlord of the house.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. You see, now I get to know something about you again. Yeah. So how long have you been working since you graduated from this work?
From this work.
Since you get to know that now I've graduated, I can do any kind of work.
Almost 20 years now.
Almost 20 years.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah. You are our elderly brother, and we always learn from you. So people will also learn from what you said. Yeah. So what is your final advice for builders?
My advice is when you are going to do work, you look for a good person or a person who can advise you about the work. Not to give the work to the person who's going to work and collect the money and go.
What about if you have the talent about the work or the knowledge, and someone asks you to do it and you are doing it, and the person is behaving as if they know it more than you the owner of the work?
The person. Understand the person.
But when you understand the person and follow what the person says, and later there's a problem.
No, the way you understand the person, let the person know that this is the right way.
Okay.
And he will understand.
What about if the person refuses to understand and still follow what?
Know that, this is the right way.
But what if the person says no, do what I want?
You give him the ideas of it. This is the way we do it before the thing will come the right way. When you give him that idea, he will understand it.
But what I'm saying is that what if you tell the person everything and the person said no, just do what I want?
No, then you must let the person look for a plan.
Okay.
The plan will do everything right.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what Master Simon is saying. Master Simon said that when you are doing a building project, you have to look for a professional to do it for you, and you have to also listen to his advice. So that's what he said. But there are some people, when they bring a professional to work for them, they behave as if they are rather the professionals. So that is just one problem about some builders, some people who are using their money to invest on building. So all of this work that Master Simon has did, it is not everyone who can do that. Not every carpenter can just come on top of a building to create all of this wooden frames for concrete to be decked or for concrete to be cast on them. But since from the beginning of this system, I talk a lot about building projects, and I shared a lot of ideas about building. Master Simon were there, and today you can see it happening. You can see everything is coming along very nice. And one thing again is that we don't rush here to do work. We don't rush here to have the results. We take our time very well to come out with the results. So far we can say so good. There's work and happiness here. You can see it to be risky when we are on top here, but you know what, we are all professionals. Like me myself, I've been into building for a while. I've been into kind of craftsmanship for a while, so I know all the safety precautions and everything. That's why I always advise my workers to to focus on safety precautions. So let me go down for you to see what we are doing. So you can see some of his guys is downstairs bringing the wood on top. So this is the wood that they are going to use for the gauge. That will be the level of the concrete on top. Master Simon, how would be the level? What will be the measurement for the level of the concrete?
It will be 5.5 inches.
5.5 inches. Okay. Yeah, so that is what we are doing. So family, I'm so glad you are learning, and keep learning. There's a lot that we will share here. So this is inside the one-bedroom apartment. This is the inside. It rained yesterday, so you can see that the ground is wet. So this will be the space for the toilet, and then after the toilet, just next to the toilet will be the bathroom, and this space here will be a space for the bedroom. So the toilet and the bath will be inside the bedroom, and this place that you see where the guy is standing, where Ali is standing, would be a space for sitting. So that will be the sitting room, and the sitting room will have 2 windows. So that is this is window number 1. 3 windows. So this is window number 1 here, and then window number 2, which is the smallest window, and then window number 3. So that will be for the sitting room, and this will be the entrance. And from there, this will be window for the toilet, and then over there will be window for the bathroom. And this particular portion, this space here that you see, will be window for the bedroom. And when you stand here from the window of the bedroom, you can have a view of the compound. So that is how we plan it. Okay, so when you also stand on the window, just when you stand closer to the window of the sitting room, you will see the compound. So all of the windows, when you stand there, you have a view of the compound. And this will be the stairs. So this will be the this is the staircase that I planned, and we work on it, and it was successful. So we install it here, and that will be the staircase for the bedroom on top here. So I also have some small space here that I'm going to make a metal guide. I've already designed it, and my apprentices are working on them. So very soon we're gonna install them. So all of this wood that you see here are reinforcement woods for the concrete decking, or for the, that this is what will be holding the concrete after they cast the concrete. So this will be what will be holding the last floor when they cast the concrete. Concrete is very heavy, so we have to put on some more wood for reinforcement, that is the wooden stands, so that when they cast the concrete it will not be able to collapse. So this wooden stands will be here for 2 months, for either 1.5 months or 2 months, so that the concrete will dry very well before we take all the woods and then come back for the plastering. So we are gradually coming to the end of the project. So these are the wooden stands for the projection of the decking. So this is the projection here. As you can see, the first plan had a projection, so the second plan is also supposed to have a projection. So that is it. So the beautiful compound has been messed up by the workers, so I'm just patiently waiting for them to finish and we'll all clean it together. So as you can see, this is the plan. All right, so this is the plan. This is the lounge, that is the sitting place at Queen's Guest Palace. So this is the lounge. You see, this is the lounge here, and that is the end of it on top here. And from the lounge, let me take you to, for you to see the cistern. This is why I always call it cistern, because it's a multi-purpose plan. So this is the cistern here. As you can see, there's water inside the cistern. Yeah, there's water. So let me drop something so you can see the water. Okay, so we are yet to clean the cistern. All of these things, the lid, this is the lid or the cover to the cistern. So we are going to clean all of it, everything, and spray it. So this is how it is. But because we are still working, I decided not to clean it. I'm just waiting for them to finish everything. So the cleaning will be the last work of the cistern, because we still use the water, and that is what they use for the construction. So as you can see, we had a rainfall yesterday, and this is the water that I had. You see? Yeah, so the plan is working. It's coming along. So this cistern that I'm showing you, we use 6 inches bricks to build it. 6 inches bricks to build it, and it starts from here. That is the down that I just showed you, that the cistern, which is the underground water tank, for rainwater catchment or for rainwater harvest. And this is where it ends. This is where the tiles is. That is the end of the lounge. That's the first floor. That is the second floor. And this is the 1-bedroom apartment that we are constructing now. So the plan has really come along very nicely. Everything has worked out. I'm so glad that these guys has took their time to understand me with my plans, said that we all can have a good results, and now the good results that we are having is what is showing in the video. In this video. So as you can see, this is the window to the bathroom. I make sure that it's a very big window, because it's upstairs, so even when it is big and someone is bathing, no one will be able to see the person when they are bathing. And this is how everything looks. This is how everything looks. So we make sure that there is enough stance for the that will be able to hold the concrete when they cast in place the concrete. So so far we are really showing some professional job, like some professionalism here. Like we are really exhibiting some kind of professionalism here, because a lot of people will be wondering that where did I get this plan. As a matter of fact, like this whole plan, it didn't took me up to 3 days or even a day to plan this. I was just sitting at this compound one day, and I called my mason and told him that, okay, so the space in this compound, we are supposed to make good use of it, because we're supposed to have a plan that will be a kind of, self-sufficient plan. So I said, okay, let's dig a cistern at the middle of the house, and when we do that, we can put on a place for people to sit. So we decided to build the cistern first. After that, we built the lounge, which is the sitting place. And when we were closer to finishing that, I said, okay, as far as we already projected the iron rods of the pillars, and it has 9 big pillars. It has 9 big pillars. As you can see, there's 3 here, and there's 2 here, that is 5. There's another 3 over there, that is 7, and there's 2 at the front, so that is 9 pillars. So each side has got 3 pillars. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, middle 5, and the face has 1 pillar, that is 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is what we are doing, and everything is coming along pretty nice. Very, very, very nice. So when we projected, I'm going to continue with my explanation. So when we projected the iron rods of the to the pillars, we decided to build a 1-bedroom apartment on the top. Initially, I planned to use it and make a bar, but I decided that no, when it is a bar, it is not everyone who can climb on top there. So let me just use it and build a 1-bedroom apartment, so that somebody will be able to live there, at least with his wife or just by himself, or any kind of person who wants to live there can live there. So when we finished the plan, it came along very nice, and I can tell you that this particular project, when people look at it and look at me, they ask me, where did you get the plan to do this? And I always tell them that I personally planned this. I'm not just bluffing or just trying to do something to prove my talent. In life, in order to prove your talent, this is what you have to do. You have to do something for it to prove how talented you are. But when you are saying it in your mouth without showing it, it's like it's not meaningful. So this is what we are doing, family. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for your time. I couldn't show myself today because my cameraman is not around, and I still want to share with you what they are doing. So keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And you know what, click on the notifications bell so that you always be notified when I post new videos. Share these contents with your families and friends, and then you know what, just go ahead and give my videos a thumbs up. But the sharing is much more important. So keep watching. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. Azoka.